You see that ocean slide? Scroll down, wheel down, wheel.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. First click on this. Click. Thanks, brother. And then just click. Just click on it.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
I have to practice it.
Okay, where are you, George? Pizza on this. Pizza. Hang on. Enlarge the screen. Okay, go right ahead, Dimitri. I think we all caught up.
Yeah, thank you very much. So again, what I'd like to ask you to do is practice opening up the Google Chrome browser and practice typing in a website. You can type in google.com if you want, or I'll bring back up the bit.ly address if you want to come back to our website. But I'd like to have you practice opening a web browser and going to a website. If you know some other website you want to go to, you can go right to it. But let's see if we can have 5 minutes of doing a little bit of practice on that. And then if you have a question, just raise up your paddle there and I'll be happy to take any questions.
Maybe a challenge, Dimitri, because they've never been to a website before, so we're going to try it easy. Okay, AARP.
That sounds good.
Yeah, let's go to Google search. Go to the search bar, and that's where you want them to go, correct, Dimitri? Or did you want them to go to a URL?
No, I just want them to practice. So I think trying to go to aarp.com is a great idea. So we'll give that a shot. We'll try opening up a browser, typing in AARP and hit it.
Hey, Dimitri.
Yes, sir.
Open up another tab and type in AARP again and just hold it right there.
Okay, all right.
Okay, hey, you all, check this out. Here's a shortcut to help you out, okay? Here's a shortcut. Dimitri, this is what the AARP symbol looks like, correct? It's the capital A. Okay, take out the .com on that, Dimitri. Okay, so now, right there, okay? So now you see, if you don't know if it's .org, .com, .net, .biz, or whatever the case may be, you can begin to type in the first syllables and symbols or characters of that title. AARP, Dimitri typed in AARP, and without even knowing if it's .com, .org, whatever, there's already a list that's created. So you can jump right there. If you know that this is an AARP site or these official sites, you just hover down, click on that, and bingo, you're at the site, okay?
I don't know how I got here.
You don't know how you got there, but you did. Well, it's, okay. Well, you have AARP, but take out the .com. Boom. Uh-huh.
So you just go down here.
You can go right there. Okay, so.
And click
I had that on your screen. I tried to-
Go all right there, AARP. You can do it in the search or even in the address. Either way.
My address bar is down.
Yeah, address bars, the address is for the URL. Uniform Resource Locator is what the address is called.
But it's for the tab.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it says tab.
Yes, exactly, right below that.
Typing
Wait,
on
10
this
seconds.
and
Well, you gotta get back there, it says search Google or type
do I
Google.
start typing
Yeah.
here?
Click there, click there.
Yeah, then right in
Click
AARP.
just once. Okay, I put your cursor there, now type AARP.
All the way at the top. See the plus?
So this is just wait, 10 seconds. You're in, okay. Let's see who's bringing up these results. You're in.
So I just said, how come it's
I'll just go to the
It's just
membership.
not
We'll
typing.
see what that does.
So
Okay,
how do I know when to click one
Now you gotta scroll all the way down,
Scroll down.
Pull that out.
Yeah, you gotta scroll down.
Scroll down,
Like this thing is here.
yes, all the way down.
Go all the way down, you gotta go all the way down. Now you gotta click on to accept.
How did you get off of the site?
I didn't get up.
What happened?
I don't know.
What happened? Okay.
Then you go to AARP.
We'll be there.
It's like right, see up there? It's like an AARP.
Yeah, you can't do it in 10 seconds, but you can look at the tab. and do it. And it'll open.
Put AARP in there.
Yeah, now click on this tab. Okay, you were there, right? Yeah, you were here first,
You go, then you just click it.
Right.
Right. There,
and then you click on to this tab,
and just click it.
and now you have the AARP. Now, don't click on that first. This is the ad. You're on it. Right, you can click on that if you like. That's what it was, right. Yes, okay. Click on that. Yes, okay. Now type in AARP.
I renew mine
Yeah.
every 2 years.
So you can do it on that left hand. You go in for a link like that. You need to do a hybrid link. That's when you'll use that link.
She's down again. Connect to Wi-Fi.
Mhm.
Sorry.
You got right on?
Thank you. Right. Appreciate it.
Discount car insurance. And Denny's.
You don't know what.
Click on the other.
Yeah. Like that.
Okay.
And it's another company, but this is
Everyone is on. Yeah.
But now with this knowledge, you can figure it out.
There you go, right there. Click right there.
I tried
On top. Right? Up above. It says AARP. Now you're gonna be on America. But you put in a triple A.
No, my son.
AARP.
It doesn't sign up.
In some cases it does.
Yeah, right.
A little different. Are you okay there, Ms. Miller?
You look at it.
No, you got 1A, 2Q. Yeah, go ahead. Just go up here. Right there, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right here where it says .com.
Right?
Just put your cursor there.
Yeah.
Right, now type in AARP. Okay, and then .com. It depends on what they click on. You're asking for insurance. See that? That's insurance.
He says remind.
Hey, yes, see, that's what I was trying to explain to her. You know, and there you go. Now, hey, look. See, when you go to AARP, they also have these drop downs. You got the numbers working. Yes. Taxation is going up. This one is on the membership. Watch the picture come up. You buy? Okay, I thought I was gonna have to. Bingo. You were at your seat. That's correct. Okay. It's what you want to do. You're supposed to hear it. AARP.com. All right. Oh.
People ready for for another challenge? Could we try one more challenge?
Uh-oh, Dimitri's calling people out now, huh? Okay, let's go, Dimitri.
I'd like to,
I bet my attendees can outpace you.
you're probably right.
Hey, you gotta have confidence first. Gotta have confidence.
That's right.
Okay.
I see good things happening in that room. People are getting to where they're trying stuff, and that's so important. You can't be afraid to just try something, click on it, and see if you get there. So good things are happening. I think most of you got to the AARP website, which is fantastic. I'd like to take a moment to go over bookmarking again. We started talking about bookmarking last week. I mean, I'm sorry, on Tuesday. Feels like last week. And as you remember, it's a way to save a link to a site. So let's say you got somewhere on that AARP site and you want to be able to get back there again easily without having to dig your way through the menu again. So when you bookmark it, you're saving that page so you can get back to it. And I want to show you here on my screen. First, let me get myself to that website as well. So I'm going to do what you just did. And let's see what page comes up here. I want to go into one of the sub pages, not to start with the beginning page. I'm going to try to be patient here while it loads. Actually, while it's loading, let me just tell you that if you remember last week, we did make some bookmarks there. Oh, I'm having an issue here. We saved some bookmarks to the Grammys World website, and then we made a folder. And I have those bookmarked on my machine here because I bookmarked them last time. This is actually good when it doesn't work for your teacher. You get to see what does he do when it's not working. So I pressed my
Let's
reload.
do a .org. Do a .org on it, Dimitri.
Oh, okay,
I
I'll get
think
that. Let me see if I can figure out. Maybe I need the www. Oh, you were so right, Terrence. You're the expert in the room. I appreciate that.
I'm just lucky.
Yeah. All right. So I know somebody found some maybe car insurance. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find that myself, but let's say I'm in this Social Security Resource Center page. And let's say I want to bookmark this page because I find it useful to me to be able to get back here. So as you remember that in the top up here in the address bar, there's a star. And when I click on the little star up here, that's how I bookmark the page. I'm going to say add a bookmark. I'm going to slow down here because I want you to see what I'm clicking on. Got the star, and once I clicked on the star, I'm going to be clicking on add bookmark. And then it's going to say, well, where do you want that bookmark to go, right? What folder?
Stay there, see the bookmark. That means you're good.
You have the star, click the star,
Oh,
and
You're
you're
good.
good, add bookmark.
Mark it.
Yeah, just click that.
Just click
Click
that.
that.
Go back here all the time.
Click
Yeah.
this, right there. Bingo.
That's for,
Okay,
that's
now,
your- that
where
means it's in
you
your
want
list
to
of
put it?
bookmarks.
Do you want it in the
So you can go back and
bar,
find it.
here, where you want to put it? Or do
Yeah.
you want it in a folder?
So then you can go back to your, anytime you want to go there, just go to
It's
bookmark.
not gonna go over.
You
You
don't
got
have
to
to type
select.
it all this stuff.
You got to select add bookmark. Go up here first. Yeah, no. Once you, one step at a time. Yeah, okay. You want it up here on the bar. Yes, there you go. If you say, which one do you want? Because then you can get to it. Got it. Yeah, just a quick link. Okay, maybe something that you go back there. AARP, and say they want to go to the. Okay, one day up. Hit that just there. You see, okay, this is what I search. Hang on, click, no, cancel out. Go up here, exit. That's because you want to come back to it. It's like a bookmark. Put a pin in it. AARP.org. So when you want to come back to it, you can always come back to it. That's an easy way of coming back. Yes, you can pick it up and you can do like this. Say you wanted to come into the 21st century. Now you say, for instance, you want to bookmark. You click there and add it as a bookmark. We're gonna save it on the bookmark. They don't have the straight stuff. We just click done. Huh? Okay. Can you feel that? There you go. Okay, there it is. All right, because that was running off, huh? Got it. There it is. You don't have to. Not everything on the screen. Really, what you doing? If it says that, then that's what it's doing. Yeah, if it didn't say that, you want to designate another location. They're just.
Okay. Good work, everybody. Good work. I'd like to show you how you get back to your bookmarks. Now that we've bookmarked something, I want to show you how to find it. And what I'd like to show you is something called the bookmarks bar. And I'm going to go up to these three dots here. You don't have to, you just watch me. You don't have to do this right yet. I'll show it to you a few times. So just watch me once, then we'll do it together after I show it to you. So I'm clicking on my menu and I'm going to go to where it says bookmarks. And I'm going to tell it to show my bookmarks bar. And the thing that's going to do, that's going to turn on up here towards the top of my screen under my address bar. I now see my bookmarks. And what you should see, or when you do it, you're going to see anything you've bookmarked. I'm seeing the things I've bookmarked, right? Olivia, did you- okay. So to do this, now I'll have you do this. So let me show you what I want you to do. I'm going to have you go up to these three dots in the top corner of your browser. There's three vertical dots. And when you click on that icon, you get the menu for the browser. And then we're looking for where it says bookmarks, because I'd like to have you click the area where it says show bookmarks bar, because that way you'll be able to get back to your bookmarks, because they're not going to be much use to you if you can't get back to them pretty easily.
Well, here, right, I see you got it. It says forward, it doesn't, that's what it's supposed to
So you go up to these little dots,
say. You don't want to do anything yet, that's to refresh.
go down.
No,
Just below.
no, you just click done, if that's where you want it to be.
And see, now
See,
it's
you can do that.
down to bookmarks.
Sequence, if you
And
want
that's how you'll be able to
to
get your
bookmark. I wanted
To go back where you need to, so you don't have to type in everything.
I can do that,
It's a good trick.
okay?
So like all the websites you go to all the time.
It's
you
all
got
right.
it.
So you gotta go through it again. Go to the three dots. Bookmark.
Who needs more time for this? Does anybody need more time on this? Why don't you give me a paddle if you want more time on this, or if you're ready to move on, we'll move on. See a little more time there. We go. Okay.
No more time.
All right.
Do I just go back to here? Bookmark. You gotta slide over.
Is it E without space?
Bookmark, and then slide
I don't
over.
know. So you go to forward, you stay at the right.
Yeah, okay, click down
Like
there.
now it's up there.
They say,
And I know.
This one.
oh, no, that's, that was from-
Okay, now he was talking about somewhere.
There you
Click on the three dots. And Dimitri,
Yes, sir.
did you have them click on, you had them clicking on the three dots to the far right hand corner?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, repeat that again so that we can get clear on it, because we have a couple that missed.
Yeah. Sorry. It's up in the top right corner. There's three dots. This is your menu for the browser. And when I click on those three dots, I see all the options for the web browser. And what I'm looking for is bookmarks, because I want it to show me my bookmarks bar so I can get back to my bookmarks more easily. So the sequence of steps, number one, you click on the three dots, you move your mouse down to where it says bookmarks, and then you move your mouse over to where it says show bookmarks bar.
Okay, I clicked on three dots.
Three dots.
I did.
Okay, click it. No, click it. No, don't click it twice, just once.
Well, you said click it. I
Just
don't know.
click it. Click, one click,
And then you go-
one click. Okay, bookmarks. Scroll down. Now you see, there's your folder
Now,
access with all these.
don't I have to click on that?
No,
Or no?
you just slide over
I just slide over.
and then you select the one you want.
Show bookmarks bar.
And then turn it off.
how are we going back to Miller's?
We have to go back to the star. And out here, $3.
Are you trying to get into your Google account?
Bookmark.
If you go on
There's no Google account. You need.
Are you at the beginning again?
Yes.
Right, ready. Okay, and then I got AARP now. Yep. Okay.
Okay, so then if you don't have a Google account, then you can't get in. But watch, just follow this because the gonna show you how to set it up. Okay, so you're way ahead of the pace here now, Miss Miller. Slow your roll, Miss Miller, slow your roll.
So you get the bookmarks, is it a right click or?
Everything is, to get to here, you have bookmarks. And you
Everything's a right click.
then you can just hover over that. Or you can click on it, but you hover to this, those pointers.
Yeah.
And then it just.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, you all, on that menu, you'll see a little arrow. Okay, to the far right. You don't have to click the arrow. If you hover over the text that you want and you see that arrow, hover over the arrow and it will open up another dialog box. Okay, with your bookmarks. You see what I'm saying?
No,
Okay.
I'm like right there. I'm hoovering.
Okay, Dimitri, can you hover over? You see how Dimitri has done this? Go back to the, to the main tab there. He clicks on the 3 dots. He hovers down the bookmarks and bookmarks by him residing there. Then this dialog box opens with the additional bookmarks, all of his bookmarks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you don't just pass by it because it's not going to jump up. If you want bookmarks, nest your cursor. You don't have to click. If you want to click, you can, but typically it'll open up. And then if it doesn't open up, you
Just
click
take it
on
down.
bookmarks and then that dialog.
Then this
When you
thing
click
here,
the
the middle
bookmark,
bookmark.
you went to go to the web.
You don't have to push any buttons or anything.
I'm
Go
sorry.
down to bookmarks from here. Yeah. Bookmark.
Three of dots that did that, and it brought up, went it to the right. He said, just click on bookmark.
Uh-huh.
Put it over the
Just
top.
go over there.
And he said, move over to the left window.
Right, right.
Point it there and just wait.
Uh-huh.
Then
Now I'm
there's your
confused where
bookmark.
you're talking about the arrow and the cover.
Well, this was the arrow that I'm speaking about.
Okay.
Yeah, the little arrow here that you see to the right of the text. Okay,
So if you would have
just
one,
hover
you
over
hit
this
thing,
text,
you
bookmark.
get a bookmark too.
That'll
Yeah.
open this
You
box.
can list them up.
Oh, okay, I got, all right.
Okay, yeah, hover over the text, it'll open up the box.
And then you click on the left box, whatever.
Whatever you want, wherever you want to go.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Miller. Go right ahead, Dimitri, I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate your help there. Let me just show you what happens now. So by turning on that bookmarks bar, now I've got them all right here. So I can click on them here, my bookmark bar, and it jumps me right back there to the page I was on. Or any other page that I bookmarked. Just have really easy access to be able to jump to the sites that I care about. Because they're right there, they're right in front of me. That's called my bookmarks bar. I also have a folder here. I made a folder last time and put a bookmark in a folder. So the reason I mention this is because typically there's just a couple of websites we use a lot. You know, maybe it's a weather website, maybe it's a newspaper, maybe it's going to be the Granny's World or the Oceanside. And by just having them right there at the top, it just makes it so easy to come back and jump to them. So I wanted you to know that you could put that bookmarks bar right there for yourself so that you would just be very easily able to get back to your sites that you like. Does anyone have any questions about this? I don't want to take too much more time on this because we have other things to do, but does anybody have any questions about it?
Practice, practice, practice. It's not going, you're not going to get that in a 5-minute overview. Practice. You've got to continue to do it.
The other thing which I think it's worth acknowledging is that everything you're doing here you're practicing all kinds of skills. You're practicing the mouse skill. Most of the stuff on the internet is a single click. Whereas when you're back on your computer turning on the program, it's a double click. So you're also getting practice figuring out what does it mean to do a single click? What does it mean to hover? So you're getting a lot of stuff going on here. And I just, I know it's a lot. So it's okay that maybe it takes some time to sink in, but just as Mr. Terrence is saying, practice is the way to help it sink in. Are there any other questions before we move to another topic? Because I'd like to talk about searching for pictures, but I want to take your questions first. So Steve, go ahead.
Well, when you hover, is that anywhere? Like if I go to my bookmarks and I hover on those, they'll do the same thing?
Yeah, hovering kind of means like you've got your mouse pushed down, but you haven't really finished the click yet. So sometimes when you hover over things, you'll see a little menu pop up. My point in using the word hover was that I had you do that single click, and then you had to keep your mouse there, but move it down and move it over. So it was, because if you move off of it, then you lose the menu. So I know I'm not describing it really well, but again, by just putting your mouse there and giving it a try is how you figure out like what works. And you're not going to break it. If you click on the wrong thing, it's not going to break anything. So I want you to try it and see what happens. But yeah, depending on if there's any information pop-up menus designed, that's when you hover over it, you might see something pop up at you. Yes, ma'am. Is that who is that? Eve with a paddle up or
Paula Perkins.
Paula? Yeah, Miss Paula.
I have a question, because you were saying, single click, and then when you get off, I guess, of the screen or whatever, and you get back on your phone, you double click. I'm not understanding how you get, you get off the program, so it's off the screen, so how do you get it back on the screen? Is that what you're saying? I don't know what the double.
Depending on how your computer is set up, usually it's when you're clicking on things on the desktop. So if I'm off of this thing, let's say I minimize my browser and I'm clicking on this icon here for Chrome. If I do a single click, nothing's happening, right? But if I do a double click, two quick clicks, it's turning it on for me, right? So that's just, my point was like, when I'm in the computer turning on programs, I'm doing double clicks, but my start menu is a single click. And on the internet, pretty much everything on the internet is a single click. When you want to go somewhere, you're just doing a single click. And when you're going into the menu here, even for the settings for the bookmarks, that was all a single click. So again, it takes some experimentation to know, is it going to be a double? Is it going to be a single? But I don't want you to hesitate. I want you to go ahead and try it.
But if you get totally off your window, going back to the screen that has the Chrome icon on it, then you double click to get back on what you wanted before. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like to turn on. Yeah, go ahead, Terrence.
Are you thinking of the forward and back arrows?
No, I'm saying, it looks like to me, right now I have the ARP login thing. Okay, if I went with the back or got back where it looks like you have, like what you have nothing on it but a window. And all
This
that
is
stuff.
his desktop, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in order to get back from your screen, if my screen was like yours, to get back from there back to my ARP, I just go to the Chrome one and click twice. Is that what you're saying? To get back to the ARP or whatever you're looking at?
Yeah, well, to turn on the Google Chrome browser, I have to double click it here to turn it on. And then I need my bookmarks bar because it didn't stick that my bookmarks was turned on. So let me go back to, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. That's my bookmarks bar is there. So yeah, once I bring it back up, I can go back to the AARP, but because I got a bookmark there, my bookmark bar.
Dimitri, hold it right there. I think I see where you're going, Paula.
Yeah.
Minimize that, Dimitri.
Okay,
Okay, so now he's back at the desktop, right? And you want to get back to that AARP.
Or whatever.
Go down to your pin bar at the bottom. Yeah, Dimitri, just click there on the Chrome and then it opens back up.
It'll go right back to the.
Go right back to where you left off.
Okay,
from
that's
there.
what, because I was thinking you have to. double
Right,
click.
and after listening to her, then that kind of gave me the
Okay.
insight. Okay, so, yes, sir, Steve.
Now I got the history came up, recently closed. How do I delete all that? Get rid of it? So I have
Oh,
to-
that's in the cache. That's a settings thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really technical. It's a little bit more technical.
All right.
But you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. Yeah, to clear it all out. Well, after, that's another sitting with Dimitri. Okay.
and I'm sure you all know this, I'm sure you've read articles, but you know, these companies, they're tracking us, right? I mean, they're building a profile of us. So once I sign into Google Chrome and it knows who I am, my history is going to be there unless I, clear it out. But I don't even trust it. Basically, I'm sort of skeptical about all this privacy guarantees that people tell us about. I think, you got to realize you're kind of being tracked by these companies when you're online. It just kind of goes with the territory. Okay, we covered a lot of ground here. The next topic was image searching, all right? Because I know some people, especially in your pre-assessment survey, some people, they wanted to do images, so I'm glad we're going to have a chance to do it. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to have you watch me first. I'm going to go through it, and then I'm going to have you practice it after I do it once. I'll walk through it a second time with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out of some of these other tabs that I got open here. I'm going to add a new tab, and now I've got a blank tab that just brings me back to my screen here to where I can search Google, and I'm going to search in here. And actually, something you should know is you can search down here, or you can search up here in the address bar. They built the browsers, you can search either place, but I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to click in my search here. So now I'm going to search for a picture of something. Well, what do I want? Maybe I'll find a picture of the White House. Okay, so I'm going to search for the White House, and then you're just watching me right now. You don't need to do anything. Just watch. Just yes, sir.
No. Go right ahead. I was just expressing just to watch.
Yeah, thank you. So when I search, the default, the first thing that comes up is just websites. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. But look up here above my results. Okay, these are all my different website results that we talked about yesterday. But at the top of this is some little text that says all news, maps, images, videos. Let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit for you, so you can see it a little bit better. And I'm using my zooming trick. Remember, we talked about how you can zoom in. So I'm just using my little zooming trick here. So these words up here allow me to change. Instead of getting everything on the internet, I can switch and just get images. So when I click on images, it shows me images that relate to my search term. And I can go and I can look at a lot of different images. I can pick the one I want and click into it. And now if I wanted to save that, I'd actually be doing a right click, which this is going to be challenging when we get there, but we'll give it a try. And then save image as. So when I do that, it then says, well, where do you want to save it? And I'll go ahead, I'll just throw it on my desktop, and I'm going to call it, give it a name, White House, and save it. And so what that did is it just downloaded that image to my desktop. And so now it's just a picture here on my desktop. Okay, that was a lot of stuff. I just went through a lot of different steps, and you were watching me. So we're going to give it a shot together. So let me back up and take it from the top. We'll take it one step at a time. So the first step is just to get a new tab to do your searching in. So if you would please, there's a little plus sign here at the top of your browser to open up a new tab. And that should give you a brand new tab where you can search in without disturbing your other tabs. And again, all I did is I just clicked this little plus sign here, which shows up at the very top of the screen to get a new tab. Once you have your tab, you can do your search. You can type in, you can think of something you want to search for. You search for whatever, well, within reason, whatever kind of picture you want to search for.
Yes, so I didn't finish, and it comes up with all kinds of white stuff.
Yeah, with plus sign at the tab. That'll open a new tab, but you're in a search tab.
Right, white loads.
Yeah, type in whatever you wanna know.
I didn't
Hey,
even get to
there's-
type in White House and all this stuff came up.
That's what happens.
Oh.
It's smart as you want it to be.
Exactly. Believe me, whatever you can think of, it's on the internet.
So,
Watch this. Hey, Dimitri,
Yes, sir.
type in one of my favorites, Frank Sinatra.
All right, let's do it.
Type in Frank Sinatra for me.
hey, Mark.
I'm a Sinatra guy. Okay, so now you have images, you have everything of Frank Sinatra.
What about Rat Pack?
Frank Sinatra, Rat Pack. Oh, the Rat Pack members. Okay, there you go.
Showing your age.
Watch this. Bingo, here they are. Do you see? So that's how the search, that's what you want to do with a browser like Chrome. Is that you want to use it as your search term, and that's what Dimitri is demonstrating. Hey, Dimitri,
Yes, sir.
go back to Frank Sinatra and type in comma duets.
Don't you get your son what you want?
Okay, go to the
Go show you.
Is he still alive?
duets with an S.
Okay.
Sometimes his name is John.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, now he's gonna show you
Okay.
exactly what you're asking.
Now this is the flexibility that you're playing with. Dimitri brought up articles. He brought up websites. He even showed you images of the White House. This is how dynamic of a tool you have at your fingers. He types in Frank Sinatra duets, one of my favorite performers and one of my favorite performances. Duets, he's gonna bring up a video. Okay, and he can start there. Hang on. Yeah, dismiss that. Yeah, and click to play.
Hey, I gotta join. I don't have my audio turned on this example laptop, so I'll jump over to a different one.
And from this, you will be able to hear the music. If it's a video, you'll see the video. If it's a TV show, you can even see TV from this. Okay, so you can make telephone calls from this device. So it's extremely powerful. And I want you to understand exactly, because he's going through the process of showing you. But I want you to have a full appreciation of the power that he's giving to you. He's giving you a lot of power.
How does all this information get on this system?
Everybody puts it on.
It's just from the whole world.
Yeah, and
Worldwide web.
it's from everybody.
Frank Sinatra. Naturally, it would have been considered for the Duets album. What Now, My Love? Very popular contemporary French song, Frank Sinatra, with whom Sinatra.
Well, you get the idea. There are videos there. I think that's the point.
Yes. But you get the idea. You get the idea. So the world is your oyster. Honestly. Whatever you want to know, whatever you want to see, you go there. It brings it up.
I've never been to a party where they honored Noel Cat. Social circles move too fast for me. My whole Bohemia is the place to be.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. loves the theater, but she never comes late.
I never bother.
All right, all right.
Hear about that, George? See George? Yeah, George is bobbing his head. I can see it going on now. Watch out, man. Big screen, computer is gonna be a party at the Art Fells. Okay, go right ahead, Dimitri.
Okay, okay. So I think what I want to just review fairly quickly is how we have this thing at the top. Once you've searched for something, remember that just the default, the first thing you're going to see is like a whole bunch of different websites, but you could choose to see images instead. So when I clicked on images, that's when I got all the pictures, right? Or when I clicked on videos, that's when I saw only videos that had to do with my search terms. So the things that I put in the search box is called the search terms, and then these things are called different types of media. So news looks for any news from newspapers about this particular search term. Images is going to bring me images that have pictures that have to do with whatever I've searched for. And then the all gives me everything. It gives me websites, it gives me the images, it gives me the videos. But so what I was asking you to practice was to search for an image of something. And so again, I started out by searching for the White House, and then I clicked on images. So I want to get you to a screen where you've got a whole bunch of images on the page, because I want to have you practice trying to save an image.
Wait a minute. One simple command. I'm not gonna call anybody out, but it's Paula. Hey, but after you type in the search term, it's not just gonna by osmosis gravitate to that search term. You have to hit the enter key. Okay.
You did not say that.
Well, you didn't say hit the enter key, Dimitri, so she's waiting for the page to transfer.
All right, I'm sorry about that. I appreciate it.
Go figure. Thank you, Paula. We needed that.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Thank you.
How are you doing, Heidi? Heidi's lost it. All right, let me find, let me go find Heidi. Yeah, what do you want to know? No, what do you want to know? What do you want to look up? No, I'm not talking about invitation. What do you want? What do you want? I click this plus. I keep clicking, you see it opens it up many times. You gotta remember. Yes, that's the one thing I need you to remember. Okay, click plus if you want to do this. Open a new tab. That's what it's called. Yes.
So how do I go to somebody else?
Just type it in.
Well, what about all this?
No, don't worry about that. That's all the history.
Okay, so
Just type in what you want.
now this I says that I don't do it.
There you go. And then hit enter.
Oh, wait a second. I gotta type the last name.
Oh, you got my man, James Taylor. Click enter.
Now, do I pick it up here?
Oh, just hit the enter key.
Just there? Yes.
See, that's all for me. 'cause
Bingo.
I use them now.
Yeah, well, you can use the mouse and just click
Well,
it.
not know.
Well, I like James Taylor too.
So do I.
Okay, so how to save it? You have to click on
I
that one.
go back to, if you have a web page, Dimitri just went through the session about bookmark. So if you see it, you like it, no, you go to the star and click the star. And add it as a bookmark.
So that starts human picture, right?
Oh, the bookmark is the bookmark. That's wherever you want it. It doesn't matter if it's people, animals, articles or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah, look. Do I need to ask Dimitri one more again to go through the bookmarks?
Happy to do so. So,
Hey, Dimitri, please, because I think they're finding pages that they want to keep, but now they're saying, I want to go back to it, but I don't know what to do now.
I just want to say that.
That's bookmarking on a webpage. Go right ahead, Dimitri.
okay, thank you. So I'm going to ask you to,
Hey, listen, you all, listen.
yes, thank you. So we talked about bookmarking up here with this star. If I wanted to bookmark this search, because right now I'm on a page that has a whole lot of pictures, I could bookmark that, but I was talking about saving a picture on my computer, okay, which is a little bit different than a bookmark. When I save a picture on my computer, I'm actually taking a copy of that file and putting a copy of that file onto my computer. So I wouldn't have to be on the internet anymore. I could have that picture anytime I want it, and I could put it in a folder and organize it if I wanted to. Like if, let's say a relative sent me a picture and I want to save that picture and have it. So when you're looking at a picture on a web page, if you right click on top of it, so on your mouse, there's a left button and a right button. You push down my right button, and then that gives me this menu of options when I push down that right button. And one of those, the one I'm looking for is save image as, and that's how I can then do a left click on it and save it on my computer if I want to save and store that picture. When I click on it to save, I'm doing a left click, like a regular click, and then that's when it asks me, well, where do I want to save it? What do I want to call it? I'm just going to let it save it just like that, and I'm just going to click save, and then it's now saved on my desktop. All right, so let me see what questions you might have. You give it a try, or if you have questions, go ahead and ask your questions. Yes, Paula. Paula.
I did that, and I clicked on save as, to the left, it brought up another window. It says like SBC.
Where do I show you next class? 'Cause we
Right.
already have-
I would suggest on the left-hand side of that window, if it says desktop, saving it on your desktop or your documents. Because your desktop is going to be what you always see when you turn on the computer, and then your documents is your folder of documents. So either one is fine.
Which one's better? I mean, I don't know.
Why don't you do desktop? I say go to the desktop.
Okay. And you click that one.
Here's the picture.
That's right. That's right.
Well, it says no items match your search.
Hey, I thought I was giving you some eye candy. I thought
Accidentally.
I was giving you some eye candy. Go right ahead, Dimitri.
You're not gonna hurt it by trying. You just give it a try and click, see if you can get it to save. Doesn't really matter if you save it in the wrong place. This is just fun.
And save at the bottom, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
At the bottom of the window.
It's real. What you doing over there?
Just saying around.
Oh, yeah, I'm with- go with it. Okay, you know how to save an image? Go in, type in this description of the picture that you want
You know how to do a screenshot on your phone?
in the search bar. Oh, give me another tab first, another tab up at the top, another internet tab, a plus sign.
Yeah, just do the screenshot. This is share button right here. So hit share.
Okay,
Now that I took
let me
this,
see.
it's gonna be on
How about, here, yeah, who would you want to see on there? Dee Miller, did you get his bookmark?
at it, yeah. But I'm like, all over the world.
Just type in 1934 Chevrolet. Your favorite car, whatever it may be.
We got busted.
Yes, you got
Dealing with your boy.
Once you do that, Mr. Miller, hit enter. You put that term in, hit enter, and there it comes, and there all. You got it up? Okay. Bingo, so there your images. Now you can click on anything you want. Whichever one you like. There you go. There he is down there. Here it is. Hey, now if you want to save it, hold on. Hold on. Go up to that picture, put the cursor on the right click. Right click, right.
I'm gonna ask.
Now, see what it says. Save it. And then you can save it. So give you a dialog box over here. Scroll up. Scroll up. Then see where it says desktop. Right there? Click on desktop. Desktop.
So when I go to the restaurant, I got.
Okay. Now just hit save. Got a call in there. Still hit save. Just hit save. Now,
She's ugly.
huh?
So it's my birthday today.
No,
It's her birthday, and so I was telling her we're going out.
Minimize.
So my picture was something from the restaurant.
Minimize. Minimize.
So I went to the restaurant,
There you
and she
go.
said, what is that? I don't know, but it looks good.
Okay, we got someone like you. You got your driver here.
Just click that X out.
Oh, she gonna take me home now?
Yes.
Now, there's your, you saved it to the
Yes,
desktop.
Okay, oh,
Click
Minnie.
on that.
Okay, good to see you
Minnie's
too.
gotta go.
I had my time.
Yeah, Minnie, you gotta leave. Yeah, get on, get on there.
Don't rush me.
I'm not rushing you. I just talked to you. Minnie, give us a fashion pose now, Minnie. Hey, Dimitri. Dimitri,
Yes, sir.
let me try one thing, just give me 2 seconds.
Yep.
Okay, you all, there. Here's an exercise I want you to do. I want you moving too much.
Okay, what should we do at home?
Click on that.
Can you hear it? Oh,
Yeah,
she's playing the
now
music.
I'm too
Okay.
loud for everybody.
Open up the browser, your Google browser. Okay? And I'm not gonna tell you how to do it, I'm just gonna tell you what to do. Just this one small tab. Open a new tab. Okay, open a new tab. Can we open a new tab? How do you open a new tab? No. Whatever page you're on, if you're at Google, I want you to open a new tab.
Okay.
It's a plus, because I've answered this question 25 times today. How do I get to a new tab? The plus next to the tab at the top. That's to the right-hand side of that. Click that, and that opens a new tab. Okay? So where the tab is at the top, there's a plus to the right, that opens a new tab. Please. If anything, please practice that single step. Just opening a new tab. Well, you gotta come early so that you can practice my step. No. This one over here. New tab. New tab. You got tabs.
Yeah, I'll open a new tab. That's the
Okay, go right ahead.
Go to Google.
I just had to, I had to get it out. I had to release, man. Breathe. I'm trying to do my woosah here. Okay. Because- I believe me, I will. Mary Ann, hey, Mary Ann, I will be there soon. Hey, but let me tell you, if you ever want to open and find, well, do a new search, please just get in the habit of opening a new tab, and just practice that single process.
Over the
Wow.
weekend.
Yeah, in fact, we have a 3-day weekend, so you have 3 days to practice. 3 days to practice because it's our vision, Dimitri, Mary Beth, Keturah, Mr. Post, and myself. We want to get you to the point of proficiency. But the only way that we can get you there is if you help us, and you have to practice. You have computers. The art fails do. You have a computer. Everyone's got computers with the exception of Heidi. Now, Heidi, you have to come earlier. And hey, and then we'll get you on the computer so that you can practice as well. But I need you to practice. Okay? Please promise me, folks. Go right ahead, Dimitri. And he's got other stuff on the screen here. What are we doing here, Dimitri?
Well, depending on if we have time, the last thing for this part of the training had to do with the city website. We wanted to make sure that everyone was aware you could go to the city website, and they have this free Go Walk service. Do you all know about this already, or should we talk about this?
We can't see that screen. Yeah, there you go.
Go walk.
No, I didn't know about that.
Okay, let me click into there then. So I'll just show it to you, and then if you have time, you can search it up on your own computer. That's what my daughter calls searching it on the internet. She says, I'm going to search it up. I don't know why she thinks the internet's up there, but she says, I'm going to search it up. So at any rate, on the Oceanside City website, they have this thing called the Go Walk service. So I'm going to click on it and show it to you. And what it is here is, I guess, a bunch of beautiful trails, and they will come and take you if you want to ride. If you want to get a ride to some of these places, if you sign up for this service, they will come to your house. They'll pick you up. They'll bring you there and wait there while you're out walking on this trail, and then take you home. So it sounds like a fabulous service that city offers.
That's what you just saw, Chad and Minnie being taken out of here based upon Ring a Ride, which is also a part of that.
Oh, okay.
So maybe the easiest way, and this will give you a chance to practice, if you open up a new tab and you search for Oceanside CA Go Walk service, let's see if you can find it. Looks to me like it might be the first result that comes up for me. So sure enough, so the search terms I used, I just searched for Oceanside CA, obviously for California, and then it just went right there. So open up a new tab and let's see if you can get there.
Open a new tab. You remember how to open a new tab?
Oh, wait.
We just went through that.
I know.
And if you can't do it, come back here to the principal.
You got a new tab, honey?
I don't know what.
Yes, you go.
You gotta go back to Google. Go to
I
Google.
I was gonna.
This
try
is the
to-
new tab. Over here. Did you get Go Ride?
Trying to,
He said.
And then you go.
like
Go Walk. There it is. Bingo.
Up to
You're
the
there.
top.
AAA,
Okay.
I forgot.
Oh, shit, I'm way at the top.
There you
Yeah,
go.
right.
You there.
Yeah.
Click
It's
right
right
on.
here.
There you go.
Then you can push this, you get a new place. to look.
There it is.
They type
You're in.
Go Walk.
I'm just gonna have to just get my practice.
Okay, so what
Maybe
you
you
wanna
gotta go
do
first.
is
Pushing
go
the wall.
down too far. Go up.
Oceanside CA.
How can
Go
you
walk.
get
Go
how
up,
to
press
go
it.
Oceanside,
Like,
Go Walk.
that's the same.
Type that in your.
Well, you got it.
And you have to have a-
It's a geo walk.
Drive education,
Services.
is that what you want?
What he said.
I guess.
Back to Google. Huh?
That's where you are right now.
Yeah, we've got to search,
It's on, this is the site.
our search bar.
This is- which is a- So what do you want? to search?
Oh, I like that too.
There you are.
Broadway
Right
Tattoo Company.
You're there. You're there. You're there. We got another one there. Everyone's in.
Excellent. Fantastic. So once you're there, you can look through the different trail options, but if you want to go ahead and apply for it, you just you click on the button here that says application and you fill out the form. And that's how you can get on their list. And then they'll send you some more information about it.
This is what you're gonna do.
We might not have time to fill out that form this evening, but at least, or today, but at least you know it's there. So if you have a chance and you want to sign up for it, you can go back and do it.
Have a nice weekend.
You have a terrific weekend. We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
Baby steps.
Hey, inch by inch is a cent, and yard by yard is very, hey, wait a minute, don't close them yet. You can't just close those computers. Hold on. Yes, wait a minute. Yeah, you got it. You have to shut the computer down properly. We went through that in the second class. Bye, Mary Ann. You too. What you want to do is remember the Windows icon in the lower left-hand corner. Click on the Windows icon in the lower left-hand corner. No, it's not going to shut down automatically. Click on that and you remember the power symbol, the little circle that has a little, okay, click that. And then it will bring up sleep, shut down, hibernate, or other things that it may offer. Yeah, now that's a way to do it.
Shut down anyway.
That's fine. That's fine. That did it. That did it.
And you're having a 70% sale on.
Did it.
Oh, weird.
You want-
You got it, George?
Yay.
My man, my man. Big Daddy. Hey, Dimitri.
All good here. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dimitri.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you again.
Hey, take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye now.
So let's shut
We're
it
getting there.
down.